Chapter 4. Alia speaks months ago. Hey, this is not right, kids. It is 10:30 already. You should be asleep, I said. But we don't want to sleep. 5-year-old Sanjay, Manisha's brother's son, said in his cute baby voice. Sire, Sohana and Rohit burst out laughing. The 4 cousins were all in bed in the guest room on the first floor, peering into an iPad. Sanjay, it is past your bedtime, I said. No, big people not allowed here. Go away, he said, not looking up from the iPad. I laughed as I mock spanked my nephew. Rohit, his 8-year-old brother, looked up at me. Please, Alia Chachi, we are having a sleepover after so long. 10 more minutes. We just want to finish our game. You said 10 minutes more 30 minutes ago. Come on, everybody has to sleep now. Sanjay, Rohit, go to your rooms. Mom, please leave, Sohana said, eyes on the iPad screen. What are you guys playing anyway? I said. Ludo, Saya said. Ludo, on a screen. When we were kids we played Ludo on an actual board. Oh, Mom, you are so primitive. Did dinosaurs roam the streets when you did that? Saya said. She checked the messages on her phone in between playing the game on the iPad. How can this generation work on different screens simultaneously, I wondered. Very funny. Saya, be responsible. You are the eldest. 7 minutes more, Chachi, Sanjay screamed. Fine, 7 minutes. I will wait here. Then everyone goes to their room and to bed, okay. Udharan, can we all sleep in the same room, Mommy? Sohana said. She stood up and kissed me on the cheek. Please, Mommy, even though I scolded them, to see the 4 of them jump around in the bed filled me with joy. I loved Sohana and Saya spending time with their cousins. This was the only thing I missed about my in-laws' house since we'd moved to Icon 2 years ago. I smiled as I saw the kids huddled together, arms around each other's shoulders as they moved their electronic counters around the screen. I sat down on a tiny chair near the bed. What? Saya said. I am waiting. The game will finish and you will all go to sleep like good children, I said. But same room, please, Chachi, Sanjay squealed. How can you all sleep here? There's 4 of you. We can, Chachi, please, Rohit said. I looked at the innocent faces of Sanjay and Rohit, the 2 brothers who no longer lived with my daughters. Sanjay yawned. Clearly he was finding it hard to keep his eyes open. Fine, same room, but iPad gone, and lights off in 10:98, I said and grabbed the iPad from the center of the bed. Last person tucked in is a stinky potato, I said. The 2 boys and Sohana leaped to their pillows, giggling and scrambling to grab a sheet. Saya was too old for such games. She continued to browse through Instagram on her phone. Young lady, you too, I said to her and continued the countdown. 7C, X, I'm in, Rohit said. I am not a stinky potato. Everyone brushed their teeth already. I said. 5-4, Sohana, Sanjay and Rohit nodded. Saya shut her phone and plugged it in to charge. Lying closest to the window, she pulled up the sheet to cover herself. Sohana lay next to her, and then Rohit and Sanjay. The 4 kids looked like adorable bunnies about to take a nap. 3, 2, 1, gone. I switched off the lights. Too dark. Monsters will come, Rohit said, trying to scare his younger cousins. There are no monsters in this world, okay, Sohana said. Who told you? Rohit said. My teacher did, Sohana said. Maybe your teacher is a monster, Rohit said. No, Sohana screamed. Shush, quiet, kids, I said. I will leave the bathroom light on. I went to the bathroom and turned on the light switch, leaving the door ajar. Light came into the bedroom through a ventilation window on top as well. That's too bright, Saya groaned. I ignored her. Is this okay, kids? Yes, Chachi, thank you, Sanjay said. Scaredy poop, Rohit said. You are the poop, Sohana said. Shut up, guys, Sanjay yelled. It's sleep time, not fight time, I said. Come on, shut your eyes. I am watching. The 3 younger kids closed their eyes. Sohana wrapped an arm around her big sister. Saya, you too, eyes closed. And why are you sleeping with your phone next to you? It's charging. I won't check it, I promise, Saya said in a pretend sleepy voice. So let me charge it downstairs, I said. No, Saya said. Why not? You are sleeping now, right? Fine, whatever, Saya said. She pulled out the charger from the plug and handed me the phone with the charger attached to it. Good night, guys. Love you, I said. Good night, Chachi, Sanjay and Rohit said. Good night, Mommy, Sohana said. Saya, I said, when she didn't reply. Good night, Mom, love you, she said in a somewhat disinterested voice, pulling the sheet over her head. I ignored her routine preteen indifference, smiled and left the guest room. I went downstairs. Timmy, Manish, Mammaiji and Papaji sat on the plush oversized living room chairs that resembled thrones you see in period TV shows. The bottle of scotch had gone down a couple of inches since I had left. The surround sound music system played a Jagjit Singh ghazal, Khushwalan ko khabar kya, Mammaiji's favorite. My mother-in-law's large frame took up an entire chair. She held a drink in her hand and, with eyes closed, was moving her head gently to the music. She wore a gold-embroidered maroon silk salwar kameez. A chunky, uncut diamond necklace covered her neck. It was a signature piece from Navratna Jewels, our family-run store. Are they asleep? Manish said, with a lot of protesting. And all in the same room, I said, all 4 fit in one bed. Manish said, squished together like little puppies, I said. Timmy laughed. His big belly jiggled along with the scotch glass in his hand. They used to sleep like that, remember, when they were little. Timmy said, that was 2 years ago, Baya, when everyone was tiny. They are all big now. Must be uncomfortable, Manish said. I know, try explaining that to them, I said. How sweet, Papaji said. They must miss each other a lot. Udharan, if only we lived as one family, they wouldn't have to miss each other. My mother-in-law's strong, raspy voice startled all of us. Was she listening to the ghazal or to our conversation? Drink, beta, Papaji said to me, changing the topic. My father-in-law, Shamsher Arora, avoided controversial subjects at all costs and knew better than to take his wife's bait. I didn't want to fight either. We were only there for the weekend. No, Papaji, I said. It is late, I will sleep too. Papaji leaned forward to refill his glass. Even at 68, my father-in-law had a fit, upright frame. He had left the Indian Air Force to start his own business 30 years ago and still retained some of his military attributes, including a bushy silver mustache. Even though it was just a gathering of immediate family that day, he was dressed in a grey suit and tie. Our business is about making people look and feel good. We must start with ourselves, was what he used to tell us often. Pour me another drink as well, Shamsher, said my mother-in-law, Durga Arora. Good night, Timmy Baya, Mammiji, Papaji, I said. Papaji stood up. He walked over to me and placed his hand on my head. God bless you, beta. Good night, he said. Is it okay if I come after a bit? I'll finish my drink, Manish said to me. Of course, I said. Whenever. Good night. I turned around and walked towards the steps leading back up to the first floor. Manish, teacher has given your permission. Now enjoy one more drink, my mother-in-law said with a laugh. I wanted to turn around and retort that I had never tried to control her son. In fact, Manish didn't even have to ask me just now. I clenched my fists and took a deep breath. I had promised Manish I would ignore his mother's nasty barbs. If only he realized how difficult that could be sometimes. I heard the bedroom door open. Hey, are you asleep? Manish said as he walked in. Hey, I said in a sleepy voice. I switched on the bedside lamp. Manish changed into his pajamas with his back to me. This used to be our kids' room, he said, with little beds. Now it is a proper guest room. Feels strange, doesn't it? Yes, I said. Are you okay? Alia's famous one-word answers. I can sense something is not okay. I am sleepy. Okay, I know. My mother's comment about teacher and permission. Sorry, quite unnecessary. Why are you sorry? She's the one who said it. Because you felt bad. She also said if only we lived as one family. Another jab at me. She said we, not directed at you. Don't get too touchy now, Alia. Oh, really? I am touchy. You know what? Forget it. Good night. I switched off the lamp. He switched on the one on his side. He turned towards me. Oh, come on. The kids are having fun. They need their cousins. Can we all please be pleasant for one weekend? Ask your mother if she knows what being pleasant means. What did I even do? I only kept quiet and smiled. But now you are complaining. You asked me. I didn't. I stopped mid-sentence. I turned to lie on my stomach and shut my eyes. I didn't see the point of this argument. Some things never changed. Manish switched off his lamp and put an arm around me. I am sorry, he said. It's not your fault. I just want this weekend to be perfect. I didn't react, right? Don't think I am this uncontrollable, hysterical fool. I never said you are. But it would be nice if you acknowledge the effort I make to keep peace. She can be annoying, not just annoying. She's hurtful. She doesn't mean it. And thank you for staying calm despite her caustic remarks. He kissed the back of my head. You are welcome, I said. He came and lay down facing me. I had too much to drink. Papa and Timmy have a lot more capacity, Manish said. I turned sideways to face him. You are a fake Punjabi, I said and giggled. Maybe, that's why I married you, my Malayali. Half Malayali, I said. What time is it? 11. You checked on the kids when you came upstairs. Yeah, all 4 of them fast asleep. They could be acting. When a parent goes in, they pretend to sleep. Then the chattering starts again. I love them, Alia. Too much. So much. It hurts sometimes, Manish said. Just seeing all 4 cousins sleeping like that. Really, there's nothing more precious than these little ones. Yes, I said. And I am sorry about Mummy ji. I patted Manish's cheek. It's okay, I said. Good night, Manish. Good night, love, Manish said as he drifted off to sleep.